What's up everyone, welcome back to the War Room. In this video, I'm going to be ranking all 14 MLB City Connect jerseys. Obviously, there's still 16 teams that don't have one released yet, so this isn't the official list, this is kind of just like a part 1. But I wanted to make a video about the ones currently released, so subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get straight to it. In last place at number 14, I got the Los Angeles Dodgers. This jersey is a tribute to Fernando Valenzuela's 1981 Fernando Mania season, where he won Cy Young and Rookie of the Year, and it's kind of just a shout out to the Dodgers' whole Latino fan base as a whole. As for the actual jersey, I think they could have done better. Adding the word Los in front of Dodgers while keeping the exact same colors isn't very creative. The NBA tried the same thing in the past, and I think it comes off as a sad attempt at trying to appeal to the Hispanic fans. There's better ways to do it besides adding one Spanish word on the jersey, so that's why I put the Dodgers at 14. Next at 13, it's the Kansas City Royals. This looks like a really bad MLB The Show uniform. For a team that has the luxury of having a really nice bright blue and gold, this jersey and the logo just doesn't seem very aesthetically pleasing. They could have maybe done something where they play off of the crown like they've done in the past with their hats. And any team's jersey in this video is going to look worse on the field, I think, compared to the photo shoot where there's like perfect lighting and a cool background. But even in the Royals' actual photo shoot, they don't even look that nice. There's no photographer on the planet that could possibly make these look good, so it's number 13. Moving to number 12, I got the Milwaukee Brewers. I actually realized just now while filming this that the Royals color scheme looks more something like the Brewers would do, and the Brewers jerseys look more like how Kansas City should. So maybe that's why I ranked both of them low. I think the 414 on the hat, which is Milwaukee's area code, was a nice touch, but these got to be the least intimidating jerseys on here. I always think this picture of Andrew McCutchen is funny because he's trying so hard to look badass, but the uniform just isn't helping him out. If I had to describe these in one word, it would be corny. Number 11 is the Chicago Cubs, another jersey that's just not very original. In a city like Chicago, I feel like there's so many things you could center a uniform around. You've got the bean, you've got the Willis Tower, the classic Chicago sign, and plenty of other things. The Bulls did this a few years back, even paying homage to victims of the Chicago fire. Not to mention the Cubs literally play in the most historic stadium of all time. I mean, they could have at least added something with the ivy. I think Chicago is just too interesting of a city to have these dull uniforms. Number 10 is the Arizona Diamondbacks. They did a much better job than the Dodgers in showing love to the state's Hispanic culture. I would say this jersey is acceptable, but it definitely has room for improvement. I think that they added more red or even put something like a snakeskin pattern on the shoulders or a stripe down the side, then this would have taken it to another level. It's a little bit boring, but it's not too bad. Number 9, I got the Rockies, who just copy and pasted the Colorado license plate on the uniform. It's always risky having colored pants that aren't white or gray, and this color just isn't nice enough to have completely solid on the entire bottom half of the uniform. So I get the idea that they were going for. I actually think the Rocky Mountains on the shirt is a very cool concept, but I think they should have ditched the whole license plate theme. If I could change these, I'm giving them white pants with a nicer outline of the mountains, and changing that green to the purple they usually wear. Those would have been top tier in my opinion. These next three were kind of hard to rank, but coming in at number 8, I have the San Francisco Giants. I remember really liking these when they first came out, but when the team took the field with them, they just looked kind of plain. The hats are actually kind of sick, I actually like those, and I don't think this is an atrocious looking uniform. Like I said, 8, 7, and 6 on this list were hard to rank, so I could probably put these anywhere in that range if someone was to convince me. At number 7, I have the Houston Astros. I think the space theme was the correct move to make. They probably could have executed it a little bit better though. I like the grid that they added on the main part of the jersey, it's a nice touch. In this picture with Bregman, you can see in the background it says the word space and then the word city below it. I would have liked that better than the actual jersey where it just says it straight across. So ironically, the spacing on this jersey is one of its flaws. They also have very cool hats to complement these, so overall not a bad uniform. At number 6, I went with the Boston Red Sox. I'll admit I hated these jerseys when they first dropped, but they've grown on me the most. The concept is a nod to the Boston Marathon, and again, Boston's one of those cities where there's a lot of topics you can center a uniform around. They ultimately landed on the Boston Marathon, which I think they pulled off. I will say though, I will always think it's weird seeing a bunch of random yellow jerseys in Fenway Park when everyone else is wearing red, but I guess that kind of just adds to the story behind the jersey even more. Number 5 is the Los Angeles Angels, who are going for like a beach vibe here. I actually had these ranked at 8 when I was making this list because I didn't really appreciate how nice these looked until I was making this video. It definitely gives off that LA kind of vibe while being old-fashioned at the same time. For simple jerseys like this where you don't do something super out of the box, it either works or it doesn't, and I think these work. It's a cool jersey. Number 4, I have the San Diego Padres. They're a franchise that historically, due to their color scheme, hasn't had very nice jerseys, so I think completely flipping the script here and going with these colors was a great decision. Similar to the Dodgers and D-backs, the Padres are paying homage to the community between San Diego and the Mexican state of Baja California. If you're trying to honor an entire demographic's culture, this is how you do it, not by adding Spanish words. Even though I guess low-key the Padres have an advantage because that's already in Spanish. Also, with a young team that's on the come up, these fun party-themed uniforms fit the exact style the Padres play with in this new age of baseball. Number 3, I have the Miami Marlins. I liked these when they first dropped, and I still do. It pays tribute to the Sugar Kings, which is a AAA affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds that played in Cuba from 1946 to 1990. Similar to the Padres, the Marlins have always been trying to rebrand themselves and get away from that boring Florida Marlin era, so I think these are a big step in the right direction. They were never going to match the Miami Heat Vice jerseys, which are some of the best jerseys ever, so the fact that they made their own version that pays tribute to an old franchise, while also looking new and fresh at the same time, deserves a lot of credit. Number 2 is the Chicago White Sox. Big W for adding Southside on the jersey. It's much more fitting than Wrigleyville is for the Cubs. Southside Chicago kind of fits that theme of Detroit, where it's like that gritty us versus everybody mentality, and similar to the LA Clippers from a few years ago, this font fits perfectly, and the color scheme is the exact same. This is exactly what you expect from a City Connect jersey, not completely changing everything about the uniform, just kind of tweaking it in a more fun way while sticking to your roots at the same time. So I think the White Sox did a very, very good job here. So there's only one jersey left in this video, and if you were keeping track, you already know what it is. It's the Washington Nationals. I think these jerseys are absolutely fire. The color scheme is a 10 out of 10. I love the way the dark gray complements the pink cherry blossoms. Also, they made the actual texture of the jersey look different. Like, it doesn't even look like the polyester that every team uses. I don't even get how they did that. And if you look deeper, the cherry blossom outline is on the gray as well, covering the whole shirt. Everything about these uniforms are great, besides the players playing in them. I'm sorry, Luke Voigt and Nelson Cruz, I still love you guys. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Let me know what you think in the comments, what your favorite jersey was. Thank you for watching this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.